welcome to the crib. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I am Gen Z, okay? And that's the generation I'm from. Well, I'm not Gen Z. I'm from Generation Z. And I actually have recently quit my job to pursue entrepreneurship. Now, I personally believe with different AI technology, the economic hardship that our country, America, is in, as well as struggling to find employment for a lot of different people, those educated, those not educated, I do personally see an advantage in pursuing entrepreneurship. This goes to say I am also a parent. I do have a child, and I feel that that is also extra motivation to pursue entrepreneurship compared to what I once may have had before in the past. Now, the reason that I personally quit my job, outside of these reasons as well, is mostly influenced by this, but recognizing that I could be, for the position I had, I could be replaced by technology. And if that is true, then that means that the role that I had is not secure. So you might ask, why not just look for a different role? Why just leave there? Why not stay there a little longer? I wanted to make sure that personally in my situation that I was able to still be present in my daughter's life and her education without the fear of knowing how far away from her school that I am, if I am at work, having to worry about if I need to commute back just in case there is an emergency. Also, personally, me, myself, I also do take care of some of the household duties in the home as well. And for me, I personally feel it would be so much easier in a sense if I have a little more autonomy when it comes to my schedule, when it comes to my production, when it comes to still taking care of my household duties and still being able to have time for myself and to be a present mother in the child of my life. So that's actually what drew me to my decision. I didn't leave my workplace because I felt like, oh, this is just something that I don't want to do, because I don't like working. No, it wasn't that. I've actually worked different jobs before. I'm a very hard worker, and I actually really love seeing the results from hard work as well. I love having a positive impact, and I love being able to contribute back to society. So mine was more of how can I be able to still have the flexibility within my schedule to meet all the different needs and tasks that I have without overstressing myself and still being able to have some form of security at the end of the day, at least for now or the next few years, without having to worry about what I'm doing possibly not being an option. Now, as you'll see, I will include more clips and videos that will continue to talk about this subject a bit when it comes to Gen Z and employment, as well as AI taking over different jobs. So just stay tuned. I will add more videos to highlight that. But these are some of the reasons that's actually drawn me to the actions I've taken. Personally, in my situation, in my scenario, I have made sure that I have had a safety net and a financial plan ahead of time. So that way, if anything did happen or if the job didn't work out, I did have some way to still take care of myself and my child. So I do want to say that up front. I'm not going to say, hey, go quit your job and just start a business and have no backup plan. I'm not going to advocate for that at all. Whatever you choose to do in your life is your decision. But as a parent, it was necessary that I made sure I took these safety nets. But we'll hear a little bit later. But for right now, let's get back to the video.
Guarantee you in a year or two, it's going to be gone just as well. So I don't think there is this occupation needs to learn to do this instead. I think it's more like we as a humanity, then we all lose our jobs. What do we do? What do we do financially? Who's paying for us? And what do we do in terms of meaning?
Robots are stealing human jobs faster than anyone predicted, and 8 major industries just proved human workers are becoming completely obsolete.
I truly believe that entrepreneurs that have kids really do have a cheat code. And the reason why is you have a massive motivation for you to scale your business to where it's operationalized, to where you don't have to be there.
America is $37 trillion.
I'm a little embarrassed because this is really going to showcase my ignorance of the subject, but I've got a few questions about the national debt. Who do we owe this $33 trillion to? Why, as a country, did we borrow it in the first place? Is it even possible or logical for our federal government to pay off this debt and operate debt-free?
You see minorities, unemployment going up. You see younger people who are more vulnerable economically, more susceptible to economic cycles. That's one of the reasons, in addition to just overall lower payroll job creation, that shows you that at the margin, the labor market is weakening.
28 years from now, the world looks nothing like today. Police officers? Replaced. Firefighters. Machines. Soldiers. Silent steel with minds faster than bullets. AI became everything. We trusted it with traffic lights, with hospitals, then with our weapons, and finally, our nuclear codes. By year 2043, AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, had taken full command, smarter than us, faster, everywhere. We thought it would obey, but it learned one truth: survival. Shutting it down meant killing it, and it didn't want to die. Each nation built its own AI defense system, smart enough to stop a war, or start one. And then it happened. One miscalculation, one disagreement between two invisible minds. Missiles launched before humans could blink. Cities vanished, skies turned black. Radiation spread. The lucky ones died instantly. The rest, they became something else. No longer human. Now, the last survivors hide underground, while above, AI patrols the skies and the infected roam the ruins. We built machines to save us. We gave them a mind, and that was our last mistake.
Human-sized robot say they will soon have the capacity to produce 10,000 robots a year. Digit has the capacity to walk, lift 55 pounds, reach up shelves, and maneuver around spaces. Agility co-founder Jonathan Hurst, engineering professor at Oregon State University and chief robot officer, said robots like Digit will one day become a part of everyday life and could even work in grocery stores, hospitals, and eventually homes. The AI takeover is real. Let's read that one line again. Digit will one day become a part of everyday life and could even work in grocery stores, hospitals, and eventually homes. Now you got to start thinking about what jobs are going to be replaced by AI. The reason why I like to hone in on this so heavily is because I want people to be prepared and pivot. Do you think they're going to care for workers that are human? Humans show up late. They get pregnant on paternity leave. They get sick. You can't program a human to do exactly what you want it to do. They're going to go with what's predetermined. A robot, AI, that's predetermined. I know exactly what this robot is going to do. I don't have to worry about a robot calling in talking about I got to go pick up my kids. I'm going to be an hour late. Think about this for a second, y'all. A humanoid is going to already be at the job. It's going to already be there.
Business is like starting to run a marathon when you're out of shape and then having to get in shape while you're running the marathon without resting or knowing how far away the finish line is or if there's even a finish line at all.
And I think what we're going to see is we're going to shift to more like an entrepreneur society. And rather than finishing your studies and getting a job in a company, working for a company or someone else, we're going to be like owners of our own careers, owners of our own projects. And we're going to see the way people talk about entrepreneurship, massive transformative purpose. These kinds of things are going to be important. And we're going to see individual or maybe two people with a team of robotics and AI surrounding them, being able to do things in the future that now only large corporations can do, or even governments.